The UFC's welterweight champ Leon Edwards stuck it to his critics one more time at UFC 286. Rocky defeated the former welterweight champ and favorite to win the belt back, Kamaru Usman, this time by decision, and not even a point deduction could stop him. The last time they met, it was the second time they met. Usman beat Edwards in their first encounter by decision, and then went on a record-long welterweight win streak to claim the title. Edwards had to go unbeaten in his next 9 bouts to get a shot at revenge and the belt. And he took full advantage of the opportunity. In the 5th round, he was down on all 3 scorecards, but a perfectly placed head kick from Edwards sent Usman into the next dimension. UFC 286 was set to be the bout that would end their trilogy. Usman was uber confident that he'd get the belt back and make it 2-1 against a man he felt wasn't on his level.
You know, he's an ordinary person, and he speaks of, you know, what ordinary people do, but I'm not ordinary, I'm extraordinary, and he's gonna find that out Saturday night.
Edwards was the champ, though. He was fighting at home in London, and he was more realistic on the historic matchup. He appeared to be the bigger man, and Usman had to reel in his braggadocio to win back the crowd.
Saturday night, like I said, I'm going out there to show off, show out. You know, I truly believe that this is my time, and I think Saturday night you'll feel that. You know, I felt him the last fight. Even though the altitude played a big part in it, I know it's improved. I'm not deluded. You know, I know he's a good fighter, but I truly believe I am better, and I just can't see him come to the UK and taking his back home. So, let's go. Let's go!
You know, he's misinterpreting when I said the noise. You know, when you're at home every day, going to the gym, just training, and no one calls you to come do this, come do that, you're not getting any interviews and none of that, you know, it's easy to just train and improve. That's very easy. But once you're a champion, you're getting a lot of these opportunities to do that. You know, it starts to pull away from you for a little bit. You know, that's the noise. But that noise I silence. I love just being able to go to the gym and just train and come back home. And so he's gonna feel the wrath of that, you know, this Saturday.
Usman's efforts to remain at least a little humble were failing. So with a win apiece and Usman intent on playing the heel, things grew awkward between the two best welterweights on the planet. And Usman was about to eat some humble pie.
Come on, Rock!
This man had them worse. I left
Come on, Rock!
unscathed,
You
not
let
one.
him bully you, son!
Not one. Mark on my
son.
face.
You're getting
All it
bullied,
did was
son. You were bullied
Behave
first
yourself.
fight, and you're gonna be bullied again.
We'll
You're
see.
getting bullied, son.
We'll see.
Don't let him bully you, son.
You'll see.
Don't let him bully you, son.
In comparison to the first fight, Usman couldn't bully Edwards with his grappling, while Edwards repeatedly landed the cleaner strikes. A fence grab in the 3rd cost the champ a point, but 2 of the judges still scored it for Edwards, thanks to his superiority on the feet. Now, with 2 consecutive wins over Usman, it's time for the champ to move on to new contenders. According to UFC President Dana White, Edwards will next face Colby Covington. The number 2 ranked welterweight lost 2 title shots against Usman in 2 great wars, so that should be an excellent matchup. The issue is Edwards doesn't think Covington deserves the bout. He hasn't fought for over a year and a half. Sat out, not injured, Edwards said at the post-fight press conference. I don't get how he just slides in for the world title shot when there's other guys in the division that have been active and fighting. In Edwards' ideal world, he'll make his 2nd defense against Jorge Masvidal. Street Jesus and Rocky have been beefing since Masvidal hit Edwards with the infamous 3-piece and a soda incident of 2019. The issue with that bout coming to pass is that Masvidal has already lost twice in title fights to Usman, just like Covington. But he then lost to Covington in their last fight too, so Covington makes sense on that front. The other issue is that Masvidal is set to face Gilbert Burns this April 8th, and there isn't a man in the welterweight division who is guaranteed to beat the former title challenger. For Usman, he's in a new position. He's clearly still one of the best in the division, but at the age of 35, and now on a 2-fight losing streak, the Nigerian Nightmare has at least a handful of fights to go before getting another title shot. In the co-main, Justin Gaethje did what Justin Gaethje does, even if it's never the way Justin Gaethje wants. The human highlight reel claimed yet another show-stopping performance bonus, this time by outstriking the man who some claim is the best striker in the UFC. Rafael Fiziev looked to be the faster man, but Gaethje's accuracy and power left the Azerbaijani Muay Thai striker a bloody mess. The scorecards were all over the place, but two 29-28s secured Gaethje the win, and incredibly, his 11th performance bonus from 11 fights. The former interim lightweight champ is likely still at least one fight away from another title shot, due to losing twice for the belt against the former champ Charles Oliveira and the retired champ Khabib Nurmagomedov. But he has ideas. I fought like a complete idiot when I fought Oliveira, so I would love to have that fight back. But Dustin Poirier is as good of an option. It would be a rematch of 2018's Fight of the Year contender, so yes please. As already stated, Gaethje and Fiziev took home $50K Fight of the Night bonuses. Gunnar Nelson won a performance bonus for his first-round armbar, and Jake Hadley for his catchweight TKO. In other UFC news, the promotion has announced that Anderson Silva will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Anderson's 16-fight winning streak in the UFC, 10 successful title defenses, and almost 7 years as middleweight champion were one of the most remarkable things we've ever seen in professional sports, said White in the announcement. Silva made 25 octagon appearances between 2006 and 2020. While he bowed out with one win from his last 8 bouts, he carved his face onto the UFC's Mount Rushmore with the longest championship reign and the longest win streak in the company's history. Congratulations, champ. And to tragic news from the ONE Championship. The former ONE lightweight title challenger, Iuri Lapicus, has passed away after sustaining serious injuries in a motorbike accident last week. The fan-friendly finisher exploded into ONE's rankings with a series of sensational wins over the likes of Shannon Wiratchai and the former featherweight king Marat Gafarov. And while he came up short in his 2020 title fight with Christian Lee, he had firmly established himself as world-class talent. He was 27.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.